I didn't see her physically attack you.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. Verbally attacking.
Right out of the gate, verbal attack versus physical attack. In court, that distinction is huge. One can lead to jail time, the other might just get you a stern talking to. Watch how the judge latches onto that difference.
Okay. There is a difference, but I get
yes,
it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, fair enough.
The reason she verbally attacked me was because there was a group message around that time of what was going to go on with Dad's funeral arrangements, that she was having an outburst in that. And I just said, am I the only one seeing her attacking me? Like, can you please tell her stop? And that's, you see the video of her going off on me, but I was just telling her, you can't message me like that, you can't text me, stuff like that, especially the stuff that's going on. You've seen the video how she acted. That was basically my brother trying to defend her, like basically saying you need to stop, like this is, our father's not here no more, like this is not what we should be going through, and it was just personal attacks against me and my daughter witnessing this. All the way to the point where I started recording because I didn't feel safe that she could say something to get me arrested for something I didn't do. So I started videotaping so you would be able to see that I didn't do that, just sitting there, and I did hit her because that's what she likes to say. So in the video, it's shown for her to walk outside screaming that I beat her to the floor, my brother beat her to the floor, we all pretty much jumped her. It never happened. But that's why I videotaped, so the police can understand I never touched her.
Good afternoon, Mr. Hart. Ms. Cosby, your name?
I'm sorry.
Your name?
Elisa Cosby.
So there's a charge of failure to refrain from having contact, direct or indirect, with Justin Cole and his family. How is she going to proceed?
She's prepared to plead guilty to the violation, but we got that.
Ma'am, if you plead guilty here, I want you to understand that would be deemed a violation of the no contact provision, even though you have no prior violations at all. You could have your probation revoked, the conviction entered, and you'd be subject to a 90-day jail term. Do you understand that?
Audience. Here's the million-dollar question. If you knew speaking to someone could violate a no-contact order, would you risk it for family drama or just walk away? Let me know in the comments.
Here today?
Not today, yes, the other day, yes.
Okay. You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by preponderance of the evidence. You have the right to question their witnesses. Mr. Cole, you can have a seat. When I'm ready for you, I'll call you up here, okay?
I want to be on this.
I know. I understand.
Yeah.
All right. If you plead guilty, you're giving up your right to a contested hearing. You're waiving your right to a hearing of any kind, to bring in your own witnesses, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses, to testify or remain silent. And you'd be giving up your rights of any kind to a hearing, and then we'll proceed to sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. To the charge, you fail to refrain from having contact, direct or indirect, with Justin Cole and his immediate family. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you have contact with him?
Yes, not physical, but
Yes, I was in the same.
I saw the video. I was given the video. Have you seen the video?
Yeah.
So the probation officer sent it to me this morning. I just took a look. So to the charge that you failed to refrain from having contact with Justin Cole, how do you plead? And his family?
Guilty.
Did you have contact with him?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
What kind of contact did you have? Is it fair to say you were yelling and screaming at him in a residence where he was? Is it fair to say or not? If not,
Yes.
okay. Anybody force you to plead guilty or promise anything to induce you to plead guilty?
No.
All right, I'm going to accept the guilty plea. Mr. Cole, you can come up here, sir.
Thank you, Gary. You can just stand right over there.
Just give me 1 second. Your name, sir?
Justin Brand.
All right, so I'm going to ask them to allocute. I'm going to ask her if she has anything to say, and then I'll come to you. Mr. Hart?
Judge, the circumstances surrounding the event were basically as follows. My client's father had just died. They were out having lunch. She's a diabetic. She needed insulin. She didn't have her insulin with her. So she and her husband went to her father's house because he used to use insulin also. She went there basically for the purpose of talking to her mother about the funeral arrangements and to get a shot of insulin. Unbeknownst to her, both of her brothers were in the house when she got there. She didn't immediately turn around and walk out the door. She went ahead and got the shot of insulin she needed, and then an argument ensued. That's where we're at.
Anything you would like to say? What day was this, by the way?
Monday, the 21st.
Of-
Father passed on
of
the
July.
7th. Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Anything you would like to say?
I went there, me and my mother and my husband was at the cemetery, we got there, we got lunch, and I didn't have my insulin, so I went to my mom's. When I went in, I didn't see Justin. I only see my mom and Chelsea and Nikki. I went straight to the bathroom, then I got the insulin, I went straight to my father's room, kind of broke down.
This is where it gets messy. Insulin runs, funeral planning, surprise family encounters. Sounds like the perfect storm for a courtroom sequel nobody wanted.
Other brother.
Was he the one sitting on what appeared to be a lazy boy? Or not?
Which she,
I didn't see the video.
And what?
in answer to your question, Judge, I think this gentleman was the one that was taking the video and he was videoing my client talking to her other, yelling at her other brother.
Right, the one, it appeared that the other brother was he sitting on a lazy boy?
No, he was sitting right next to me. The one that was on his board was just a cousin of ours, but he was sitting right next to me, so right.
Okay,
He was right next to him on the couch.
all right, go ahead.
And that's just, with the argument started because, me and my other brother had a disagreement. So I really wasn't arguing with him.
You guys, I don't get this. I'm serious. You lose a father, and now you guys in the midst of that, at the one time you
The judge is baffled. Losing a parent should bring siblings together, but here, it's turning into a Hatfields and McCoy's situation. And yes, the judge actually says that.
So you have a tragedy in your life that should bring you together, and your father was sick for a while, right?
10 years.
What do you have to say, Mr. Cole?
I think to make you understand better the situation, my father did pass away, and
I'm sorry about that too,
and
by the way.
and I appreciate that very much. Me and him are very close, and I think a lot of this fighting stems from me and my father being as close as we were. The couple days before this, when we went to the funeral home, I understand exactly what you said. We had a tragedy death, and I put everything to the side, even though she wasn't allowed to be around me. She was at the funeral home. She said it in a meeting, and I was okay with that because I wanted everybody to be,
Right.
there for my father. She didn't, just regardless of what we could try to figure out that day, it was like I was doing something wrong. She wasn't gonna let me do this, wasn't gonna let me do that, wasn't gonna do this. And she was trying to create an issue. We moved past that day, and it was kind of a messy day. The following that next day, we went to my brother's house where we could talk about who's gonna be doing what. And she had just multiple outbursts in front of my daughters. She called me a demon. And all I kept saying to her is, I'm devastated still at this point with my father. There was a lot of stuff that she did before that kept me away from my father with probate hearing that should never happen. But all I can tell her is I don't want to fight over this stuff. I just want to get this done. And for my father, I want him to, I want this to be a nice day for him. She says to my mom she's not letting me or my PITCH wife hit anything and over her dead body. And it was just multiple attacks, and to the point where she had her sons attack me, and then she left. And all I could do is sit there and bear through that. And I like I said, I put down everything like you said, because my father would get this over with. And let her sit on that. And then following later that day, we were at my mother's house. She walked right in the front door. There's no way to miss us. She knew we were there. She talked to my mom before she got there. And she pulled up like a man. She came right in there and physically attacked me. And there was a group text message that was in the video where
I didn't see her physically attack you.
I'm sorry. verbally attacking.
Okay, there is a difference, but I get it.
Yes, yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, fair enough.
The reason she verbally attacked me was because there was a group message around that time of what was going to go on with dad's funeral arrangements, that she was having outbursts in that, and I just said, am I the only one seeing her attacking me? Like, can we please tell her stop? And that's, we see the video of her going off on me, but I was just telling her, you can't message me like that, you can't text me, stuff like that, especially the stuff that's going on. You've seen the video how she acted, that was basically my brother trying to defend her, like basically saying you need to stop, like this is, our father's not here no more, like this is not what we should be going through, and it was just personal attacks against me and my daughter witnessing this. All the way to the point where I started recording because I didn't feel safe that she could say something to get me arrested for something I didn't do. So I started videotaping so you would be able to see that I didn't do that, just sitting there, and I did hit her because that's what she likes to say. So in the video, it's shown for her to walk outside and screaming that I beat her to the floor, my brother beat her to the floor, we all pretty much jumped her. It never happened, but that's why I videotaped, so the police would understand I never touched her. And the reason she did that is she told my mother that she wouldn't be at the funeral. I paid for my father to be buried. I had to pay that, and it's dignifying. She said the day that my father passed away, she would pay a penny. For me to have to pay that and then being put in jail is the reason I recorded that she couldn't have false accusations and have me sitting in jail and I not be able to live for my father. That was the motive behind it. After she left, we obviously called the police, just so everything was stated to the police what happened. She had her sons pull up, and that's another reaction to the probation officer, where her son physically attacked. She told her son
That's irrelevant to this portion.
She told her son that I attacked her, and he came there and physically attacked me in front of the kids. We had a fist fight over this.
Wait a minute, slow down. Who attacked you?
Her son. All three of her sons.
Judge, if I can confirm, I do have a police report from Brownstown that Miss Cosby's son did attack Justin Pohl. There's a police report regarding it, and her son was charged with assault. That case is currently pending at this point.
And again, Your Honor, I'm just trying to go through understanding my father passed away. And it was enough for me to do that, but my daughter had to physically see this. They were crying and video screaming like for it to stop. And it didn't happen just that time. Following 2 days after that, she had another person attack me and almost hit me with a pipe, and I ducked and knocked a hole in my vehicle.
Oh my Lord.
And you're right, it is a crazy situation, but I want you to understand that I'm just staying away from her. I didn't even talk to her. I just tried to do what we had to do for this. And I'm physically and mentally attacked all the time.
You guys are not gonna stop until
It's
that's.
not you guys, I don't.
I'm just telling you. I saw this before at the time of sentence. They cut you a break, they gave you disorderly, they could have charged you with a felony and convicted you of a felony. I mean, there was a video, I don't know if you're aware of this, showing there was no, she alleged that Mr. Cole pointed a gun at her. They had a surveillance video, it was in the parking lot of the Brownstown Police Department. He made the report, she made a report that he had, and then I'm going by memory to an extent, that he had pointed a gun at her. Video did not show any gun. And besides that, they then went through and searched the car and did not find a gun. So they cut her a break, they give her disorderly person. It's taken under 771.1. This is almost a replay of the night.
Ouch! The judge basically says, we could have hit you with a felony, but we went easy. That's like your teacher telling you they almost called your parents, except here, the parents are a prison warden.
Ashamed of that. I'm very ashamed of that.
Well,
Your Honor.
but it did not seem like that was something, I'm just trying to talk to you right now, ma'am. I don't know what to do with you. I really don't. That did not seem like something that was out of the ordinary for you. Now, we all have bad days, we all make mistakes, I get it. But your language, whatever, if that's the way you talk, I don't know what to tell you. But you didn't have the right to be there and have contact with them. And I think everybody here has to figure out what is going to go on here in this family. Maybe one of you need to move to Iron Mountain and the other one to Key West, and you just agree to not communicate anymore. I have no clue. What?
My client actually lives 4 hours up.
I know she does.
She was only down here because of the death of her father. She went right back up there after this event occurred. There's been no contact since. So I would ask the court to take that into account, because it sounds to me as though there will be virtually no reason to have any contact, and she's 4 hours away. What I would ask the court to do, and I think the probation officer is in agreement with this, is she's paid off all her fines and costs. She's done all of her community service. The proof of that has been provided to the probation department. She was scheduled to be up for a 3-month review sometime soon, if I'm not mistaken, as part of what was originally a 6-month delay of sentence following her plea. So I would ask the court to continue her on the 771, leave all the other conditions of the bond or probation in place. And given that there's very, very little likelihood they'll have any other contact, then we should put it in. She wouldn't have been here, but even within 200 miles of here, but for the fact that her dad died.
You know, may I say something as well? Again, I've brought to the attention a couple of times, she doesn't live up north, she lives in Monroe and Adrian. She lives down here. She doesn't live 2.5 hours away. You know, we're not talking about it. I understand that, but the reason I'm so upset.
But you have been down here. You told me that at one of the other court hearings before your father had passed, that you were spending some time down here.
My husband's father passed 12 days before mine, and my granddaughter was born premature on the 8th of July. She's only 1 pound.
All right, let him finish though. You were interrupting him. Go ahead.
The father-in-law she's talking about actually lives up in Lucenberger, but you know, she's down here, and she did say on the record that she is good down here. She stays down here, and I just want that to be known, because I feel like the court is kind of understanding that to her extent to work in her favor, but really it's she lives here, and I just want to be on record that she's here, and she can have an altercation with me at any time. That's why I was so. I remember last time you was upset with me as well, Judge, that I was upset about her probation, and that was because I feel like she could get to me at any given time, or have someone get to me. And I didn't mean to make you upset, but that's what I was needing. That the 6-month probation and kind of like her basically working in her favor, being so far away and telling me this stuff, that it makes it easier for her to do is what she's doing right in this area. She also told me on the last party, I believe, that her lawyer had a baby, and
I've heard enough of all this. Lisa, I want you to give me another review hearing date I'm extending probation 3 months, so I want you to give me one till March. Listen to me very carefully. I'm talking to you now. I'm telling you, I'm not going to do this all the time with you guys. I'm telling you right now, I find it tragic, but that's for you folks to figure out at some point. I'm extending your probation for 3 months until March 19th. I'm going to give you a new review hearing date. You're going to pay additional costs of $100. All other terms and conditions of probation remain in full force and effect, and you're going to serve 2 days on the court work program, and you're going to pay $70 for that. All fines costs on this are due by, I'll give you until October 1st. If you can pay earlier, great. If you can't, that's fine. We'll schedule you 2 days on the court work program. You're always acting like the victim, Ms. Cosby.
And there it is. The judge flips the script, calling her the aggressor. Now the question is, will this 3-month probation extension cool things down, or are we looking at another episode of Family Feud Courtroom Edition?
Of a felony, and should have been charged with and convicted of that felony. I wish you well. I'm hoping you're going to turn things around. It's tragic to me that people go through this kind of nonsense when something as important happens as the parents die.
May I address one issue?
Sure. I got to give you a review hearing date. My apologies too. Go ahead, Mr. Hart.
The same day as the event that brings us back to court today occurred, she, after the argument with whatever was going on in the house, she actually had a heart attack and went to the hospital, and she's still recovering from that heart attack. So I'm not so sure she can do work.
Okay, well, she's going to do the work program, but you're not going to have to do it as long as you're recovering. So I'm going to tell you, don't schedule that until at least November.
Got it.
If there's a cardiologist that tells us differently, then I'm going to be reasonable about it. Lisa, give me a new review hearing date, please.
March 4th of 26 at 9 o'clock.
And just so you know that I'm telling you, if this happens again,
Can I ask you a question on it? So I know the last part that you said that she is first, second, third, fourth party contacted me, which I've been physically assaulted. Everything else that happened,
listen.
she better bring her toothbrush. She's not going to jail. She's
Mr. Cole, I'm doing what I believe to be the right thing. That's what I do when I come here every single day. Okay? That's what I'm doing. If there's some evidence that comes out that she directed somebody to come and assault you or encouraged them to assault you or aided them in that, that's a different issue. That's my decision. You guys will have to live with it. I wish everybody well. Good to see you, Mr. Hurt.
Good to see you too, Judge. Take care.
Thank you.